I don't need to introduce myself because I would rather introduce Michael Horowitz. Boom! Boom! A $200 super chat from Michael Horowitz. He says, bear the F down. I haven't been this excited for a Bears team in a long time. I know, man. The excitement is palpable. It's palpable. And you, my friend, get 4 stickers because right now helmet stickers are just $50 during the slow part of the off season. So I'm going to get these on there. I'll get your name on there. And I think he's excited. Let's get the Schefter tweet first, Coop. Get to the news before we get the chat going.
Bears
Hard
are on Hard
Knocks,
Knocks,
baby. We're back.
Let's
the Bears
go.
are so back. They've never been on a Hard Knocks. Schefter had the news. First episode August 6th. I'm not sure yet what our programming plan will be for it, but we'll do something around it. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. First team to be selected with the number 1 overall pick since Baker Mayfield in 2018 with Cleveland. Hopefully this one goes around better for the franchise drafting said player, but this is going to be fun. And I'm going to react to this in further length and detail as we get into our first segment here. But I'll get the chat going from you. Y for yes, in for no. Are you excited for Hard Knocks? You can shout out your city as well. I want to know if you guys are excited for Hard Knocks. Y for yes, in for no. Let's make that the poll question, or I'll make that the poll question, Coop.
I got the weigh-in.
Coop's going to get a graphic for it. If you're excited for Hard Knocks, type yes, Y for yes. If you're not, type in for no. Let me get Michael on here. Got Horowitz 1.
He needs 2.
4.
4.
50% off this time of year.
Are you excited for Hard Knocks? Let us know in the comments section.
You can get some shout-outs, Coop.
Matthew Dutcher, Wasim, my guy. Lucas Prang. Kiss My Butt Kiss says no.
Shout out Horowitz, 4 more
Benjamin
stickers.
Jones, Jerry Tweedy.
By the way, shout out Coop. He's producing today. We will have our Week 2 Madden stream, so stay tuned for that. I can't wait. Xavier, congrats on your voice being in the Bears episode. Yeah, so the Bears do their 1920 Drive series on their YouTube channel, and they used a couple of our clips from the show. So that was pretty cool, and I think it speaks to all of your guys' support.
Absolutely.
I think our channel growing to what it has, I mean, I can only imagine these social media teams. They're surfing YouTube, Twitter, and stuff, and our content's probably popping up a lot when they search Chicago Bears. So you guys supporting has gotten us on the Bears radar at least a little bit. So that's pretty cool.
Do we get royalties
appreciate
for
all
that?
the messages about that too. I don't think so, but maybe in the future. Wasim, yes. Coop and I, by the way, this is the Mavericks Today pairing as well. We will be live for Game 5 tonight. If you guys are interested in Game 5 Western Conference Finals action, we'll be live on that channel. So come join us over there. Who you got in our Week 2 Madden Sim? CHI for the Bears, HOU for the Houston Texans.
I didn't get to run this one, so I don't even know who wins.
Yeah, I don't know any of the results. Producer Jack ran this one, and he's not here producing today. So Coop and I are both going into this one blind. It should be fun. Chi-Town says Hard Knocks is going to be a distraction. I mean, that's why teams really don't want it, but I just in today's day and age with social media and everything, if you underachieve, I'm sorry. At the end of the season, you don't get to say, well, it's because we were on Hard Knocks. No.
It doesn't quite work that way.
Come on, man. I get why franchises, these billion-dollar franchises and owners don't want cameras in their buildings at all times, but it's not going to drastically change, if at all, any outcomes during the season.
100%. Look, if
that is the most overblown narrative that's out there, in my opinion.
If you're worried about Hard Knocks derailing your season, then you're worried about the wrong thing.
And by the way, the Bears, family-run franchise, old school, they've never been on it. Hey, why not try something new? Because what you've been doing hasn't worked for a while. So, Hey, you go draft a guy like Caleb Williams. He comes in with superstar aura from college football. That feels new. Hard Knocks, that's definitely new for this team. Maybe it's a change of the guard at Hallis Hall, which is exciting. Shout out to Jeff. We got Edward in there. We got Trump chiming in as well. VLJ says, excited for the Bears. We deserve all of this. I'm excited to see it, the behind the scenes. I know Hard Knocks is kind of watered down compared to what it used to be, but there's so many storylines around the Bears, and that's very exciting. We're going to get to some post-June 1st free agent targets on today's live show as well. So name a player that you think the Bears should go out and sign. Let us know in the comment section below. Name a player the Bears should go out and sign.
Yannick Ngakoue.
I could see that. Bring him back.
Or I'll throw out another one. Marcus Golden.
My top guy is Calais Campbell, but Ngakoue would probably be two. Get some shout-outs here. Calais Campbell, trade for Judon. We're actually talking about that today. Stay tuned. Mack, trade for Khalil Mack. That'd be fun. Calais Campbell from Tanner. Yannick from Wasim. Someone who is Tom with the super chat says, last Hard Knocks team to win a playoff team. So I pulled up
Cowboys,
the Wikipedia. Right? So the Jets last year did not win a playoff team. The Lions had it 2 years ago, and that's kind of when they got back on the map. They finished 9-8. They barely missed the playoffs. Colts in 21. Can't say I remember what they did that year. I don't think they won a playoff team. Could have won the. Remember that 2020 they did this stupid combined LA Hard Knocks?
Yes.
That was terrible.
Did the Cowboys not win a playoff game?
I don't even know. When did they have?
Wasn't
21. They had it in 21. The Colts were the in-season one. Cowboys were the standard Hard Knocks. Yeah, they made the playoffs and won a playoff game, I believe. So, yeah, it happens, but you also have to remember the teams eligible for Hard Knocks are teams that typically aren't viewed as top-tier contenders because it can't be a team that made the playoffs last year, and it can't be a team that's had a first-year head coach. But the Bears feel different. Like they have playoff expectations. The Jets last year, if Rodgers doesn't get hurt, pretty good chance they make the playoffs. So.
I know we're a ways away from the season, but if you had to say right now, is it a playoffs or bust year for Matt Eberflus?
It's a tough question to answer because logic would say yes.
You just don't know what's going to happen between now and then.
Well, that, but also what you don't want to do is what this franchise has done the last two times they've drafted a QB early is fire the head coach after his rookie season.
Yeah, fair.
I feel like the only way if the defense took a huge step back and the offense was awesome and they missed the playoffs, maybe you'd fire Flus and just make Waldron the head coach. But what I don't want is for Caleb Williams to have to learn a whole new offense in year two, just like Justin Fields had to do, just like Mitch Trubisky had to do. I just don't think that's how you build offensive continuity. So it's almost like if you're keeping Flus, you almost have to give this 2 years unless it's a disaster this year. You went 7-10 last year. If you won less games than that, you almost have no choice but to fire him. But I don't know, if they're 8-9, 9-8, Caleb shows good progress and they miss the playoffs by a game or something, I don't know. It'd be tough to make a change there. All right, we're going to get into the show in just a moment. If you love the Bears, hit that like button. We got 400 people watching live. We're going to react to the Hard Knocks news in further detail, plus get to some other news and rumors as well. So hit that like button. Once we get to, call it 125 likes, we'll hop into our first segment here. Shout out MoFam. I know, Hard Knocks, baby.
Oh, Time Man's in the chat.
Time Man's in the chat.
We'll see you tonight.
Yeah, we'll see you on Mavs tonight. We know. By the way, is anybody going to watch the Giants offseason Hard Knocks?
No.
Are Giants fans going to watch that?
I don't think Marshall's going to watch.
Yeah, seriously, I don't think so either. All right, continue to hit that like button. We'll sneak in this super chat real quick, and then we'll get to our first segment. We'll go to Matt J once it comes through on the software. Matt J with a super chat. Coop, is it coming in? Shout out Matt J.
There it is.
He says,
Matt J, what are the odds of us hearing definitive news about our new stadium signed, sealed, delivered before the season begins?
Before
Zero.
the season's less than 1%.
Yeah.
I guess you can't say zero, but like with the latest like news from Illinois representatives, like they're putting it didn't get through this legislation. Like if they're in Chicago, if that's where they end up staying, it's almost 0% chance before the season starts. Arlington Heights, if they pivoted there, I'd give that like 0.03% chance, but before the season. But this thing, there's not a resolution in sight, so I think it's as close to zero without literally being zero.
They're trying. It's not for lack of effort.
There's a lot of politics involved as these stadiums have become real political issues because you're talking about people's tax dollars and these rich owners. Credit to the Bears. Bears ownership is putting up $2 billion in their proposal. That's more than most teams do. They want taxpayers to pay for it. $2 billion for a $4 billion project. I mean, that's notable money, but yeah, it's still an issue. Lucas Prang says, "Will the Bears get the highest ratings in Hard Knocks history?" I'll say this: I think this will be the most watched Hard Knocks since maybe the Raiders, the AB season.
It could be. Yeah.
I mean, even the Cowboys here had a lot of hype going in, but like the first episode was so boring. It was like, I don't know. This will be heavily watched. The Jets probably drew a pretty good audience last year with Rodgers.
I think people are going to be very intrigued to see Caleb Williams and
behind the curtain.
Absolutely, in the first setting as an NFL quarterback. So.
Yeah, I think so. All right, we got to get our reaction to all of that plus more. So here's what's coming up live: the latest Bears news and rumors, including the news of Hard Knocks landing in Chicago. We'll take your questions. So if you have any, hashtag Bears or Super Chat. If you Super Chat, guaranteed to get on the show, but we'll answer some hashtag Bears questions as well. Some post-June 1st free agent targets. You could see a notable name or two get cut in the coming days as teams can designate post-June 1st cuts to save more money for 2024. So take a look at a few of those names, plus some other free agents that are still out there. And then we got our Bears at Texans Madden Week 2 simulation. Bears are 1-0 in our Madden simulation so far. We're back for Week 2, so we will get to that. Lots to get into here on a busy Thursday. Chicago Bears now. We're going to react to the Hard Knocks news here in just a moment, but here's what's also coming up on Chicago Bears Now. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. Could the Bears trade for Matt Judon? That idea has been floated out there. Rome Odunze is back at practice, and the rookies are balling. I think you know which two we're talking about. Rome is one of them. You can guess who the other one is. We'll talk about all of that and more, but we got to finish the deal in our May subscriber battle. Cowboys report, we got a healthy lead on them for the month of May, but they're lurking just enough if Downey and his minions make a push today and tomorrow. So let's put them to rest here. Hit that subscribe button. Free Bears coverage on a daily basis. And when news happens, we hit it in real time, like right now. Adam Schefter, just minutes ago in the last half hour or so as we film this live, NFL and NFL Films have selected the Chicago Bears to serve as this year's team on Hard Knocks. Sources tell ESPN. First episode of Hard Knocks with the Bears is scheduled to air Thursday night, August 6th. That, of course, is 5 days after the Hall of Fame game against the Houston Texans. The Bears are the first team to be selected for Hard Knocks with the number one overall pick rookie quarterback since the Browns were featured in 2018 with Baker Mayfield. This news dropped right as we were about to go live here, so I'm just going to kind of react raw here, no graphics or anything. This is not surprising, number one. I think the other two teams that were eligible based on previous criteria were the Saints and Broncos. The Bears are a much better draw. One, they're a national brand. Two, they have a lot of hype right now with a guy like Caleb Williams. What's the Broncos draw? Sean Payton and Bo Nix. The Saints, Derek Carr, I'll pass. This is going to do huge numbers for HBO. Behind the curtain access to Caleb Williams, behind a Chicago Bears franchise that has historically been pretty private despite being a huge franchise. I think that is fascinating. You got this young, hot GM that I think the league is really starting to learn about the last 12 to 18 months, and Ryan Poles, who has really turned this roster around. extra preseason game to use clips from as well, being in the Hall of Fame game. So I think this is going to be fascinating. I think this is going to be fun. We'll cover it in some regard here on the channel. Episode reactions. I don't know if we'll do anything live around it. That's obviously a couple months away, but I can't wait for it. I think it's going to be fun. And quite frankly, I think Hard Knocks in recent years has lacked a little juice. It kind of had a mini comeback last year with Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, but I think this one has a chance to be really, really special and really, really entertaining. So if you're excited for Hard Knocks, type me down in the comment section down below. I know I am. Hopefully you guys are as well, as Hard Knocks should be a very, very entertaining watch for the Chicago Bears fans, and quite frankly, I think NFL fans as well. We're going to talk about Matt Judon and a potential trade here in just a second, having a graphic issue, so we'll just splice this afterwards, Coop. I'll get some shout-outs with the me's here. We got Kevin typing me, Caleb typing me, Trump and Chris and Joker and Wasim and Ron and Dave all typing me, Caleb typing me. We got Frosty typing me. Shout out to Frosty. Chef typing me. SS Pens. If you want a shout out, continue to spam me. And let me know, what are you most excited about with Hard Knocks this year? I mean, the obvious answer is just close access to Caleb Williams, but I'm just excited, man. I'm really, really excited to see how this all pans out and how it all comes together. Edward says me. Michael says me. We got Gabe, Sharon, Scepter. It's going to put much pressure on them. Yeah, look, listen, take the Caleb Williams approach. He was asked, what about the pressure, the hype? He's like, or do you kind of want to slow down expectations? He's like, what was his quote? Why would I duck? That's how you need to approach this, man. Embrace it. Embrace being a team with a lot of hype. All right, we're going to continue our news and rumors here. Could the Bears trade for Matt Judon? Bleacher Report proposed a few trade ideas that could happen after June 1st, as teams could look to unload certain contracts. Judon to Chicago was an idea they threw out there. He is entering the final year of his current deal at 31 years old. He'll turn 32 during the season, so he's getting up there. And Patriots are kind of starting to rebuild, right? Like, they're young. They had a bunch of draft picks. They have a bunch of cap space moving forward. They could add a little bit more and get more draft capital if they were to move on from a guy like Matt Judon. Do they want to keep a guy into his low 30s and extend him into his mid-30s for a team that's probably not ready to win right now? I'm not sure. This kind of feels like what could be a win-win trade for both parties involved, and we'll get to a trade idea here in a little bit. But, again, New England could add a draft pick. Bears could bring in a win-now pass rusher that they need to go along with a guy like Montez Sweat. Judon, during his Patriots career in 38 games, has 32 sacks, so it's almost a sack per game. He's been one of the best pass rushers in recent years. Now, last year, he only played in 4 games before he had an injury, but he had 4 sacks in 4 games, so it's not like he's a guy who's slowing down. And, again, if you're Chicago, yes, you don't want to, continue to necessarily make these trades and have high money players, but A, Judon's not as expensive as you would think, and B, you just need another guy on this defensive line. We saw the impact Montez Sweat had once you brought him on board last year. Imagine adding another guy of his caliber as a pass rusher. You got 2 dudes on the edge that teams are going to want to double team from time to time. Javon Dexter, that probably makes his job a little easier entering a year 2 with a lot of expectations. He'll get more one-on-one looks if you were to add another big-time edge. I think a Judon plus Sweat edge duo would be elite. I think it'd be very, very good. Sweat, by the way, who's historically one of the best run-stopping edges, wouldn't feel as much pressure to just produce as a pass rusher. Like, I feel like he slightly, gave up his run-stopping ability to be more of that pass rush assassin with the Bears, which is what the Bears needed last year. But you bring in a guy like Matt Judon, who is one of the best rushers in the NFL, then not only do you have a great run-stopping edge, you have a great pass-rushing edge as well, which I think could really, really fit, and they could really, really work well together. Would you trade for Matt Judon? Type Y for yes, type in for no. I'd certainly be open to it. I mean, obviously these things always come down to cost in terms of cap hit designation, which we'll get to in a sec, but also trade compensation. Y for yes and for no. Speaking of which, this is the trade I cooked up. Matt Judon in a 5th to the Bears for a 3rd to New England. And you might say, really only cost that much? Well, think about the Keenan Allen trade, right? Older guy, 31 years old, just like Keenan, turning 32 this year, just like Keenan Allen. Last year of his deal, young team, kind of rebuilding. You know, the Chargers are more retooling because they have a franchise quarterback. Patriots just drafted Drake May, who they're hoping can become that. You know, maybe you have to chop off the 5th. I'd still be open to that, but I don't think Judon's fetching a 1st or a 2nd. I really, really don't. I don't think the Patriots would have a ton of leverage in this regard. And for the Bears, it'd be kind of a big-time type of move because his cap hit, if traded for any team taking him on, only $6.7 million this year. Bears can absorb that easily. They have just under $23 million right now. Once they sign Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze into their rookie deals, which hasn't happened yet, you're looking at about $13 million. So you'd still have $6-7 million to work with for the season. Plus, that number's going to go up a little bit just based on guys who don't make the roster. You'd be in plenty good shape if you had to make a move during the season. And I think the reason that trade you wouldn't have to go super over the top in terms of trade comp too is he's a potential rental. This would kind of be the Keenan Allen trade for the defense. You bring him in, you play out this year. I don't think you'd extend him right away. And you see how 2024 plays out. If he's awesome, sure, try to keep him on a 2 or 3 year extension. If he's just fine and you want to play the comp pick formula game in free agency and let him go, maybe get back a future 3rd or 4th, that's totally acceptable as well. But it would help your defense out. It's kind of the missing link on defense. You need one more pass rusher. But it's not like an all-in move either if it's the type of trade that I proposed. Coming up next, we'll get to OTAs. The media hasn't been at the first 2 practices today, but the Bears put out an interesting tweet. We got some leaks as well that we will dive into. Rome Odunze back from his injury. He and Caleb Williams combining for a big play at OTAs. We'll get to that in just a second. But speaking of Caleb Williams, speaking of Rome Odunze, got jerseys for both of them available. Chatsports.com/Caleb is where you can pick up a Caleb Williams jersey. Chatsports.com/Rome is where you can pick up a Rome Odunze jersey. It's all available. Those links will be in the comments and description of this episode. Click and shop today. Get yourself a brand new jersey. Let's get to Odunze first. He is back after missing the first week of OTAs with a hamstring injury. Remember, he missed 2nd day of rookie minicamp due to a minor hamstring issue. Last week, Eberflus said that they thought he'd be able to ramp up this week for week 2 of OTAs, and that has been the case. This tweet leaked out a couple of days ago that Rome Odunze returned punts at OTAs on Tuesday, and it was like, okay, this is kind of in the rumor mill. The media doesn't have access to practice on that day. But this leak has more legs now. One, it's like, well, he's at least practicing. So if he's back from that hamstring injury, that at least makes it possible to return punt. So that's certainly interesting, him as a potential punt return option. But more fun and more importantly, the Bears social media team put out a highlight from, I believe, yesterday's practice. And it's one that we hope to see for many years to come. Caleb Williams to Rome Odunze, deep ball down the right sideline for about a 35-yard touchdown. Odunze beat Tyreek Stevenson in one-on-one. Caleb dropped it into the bucket. It seems like these two guys are building chemistry pretty fast. They were training before the draft together. They seem to get along really well. They've become friends in a short amount of time. And the beauty of this is, like, that doesn't even need to be the top QB receiver pairing this year, or even the second. You've got DJ Moore. You've got Keenan Allen. Rome Odunze, is kind of given the rare kind of top 10 pick status of being able to ease into a team, into an offense. Like if he went to, I don't know, a team like New England, he'd be expected to be their top guy right away. But if he is an elite type of player as a rookie, I mean, think about the possibilities of what this offense could be this year. If Caleb and Rome hit the ground running and are better than expected as rookies, this offense could be really good, really fast. Like, you've got the pieces in play. If the quarterback at least holds his own as a rookie, which rookie QB play is all over the place year to year, the infrastructure's there. If he's 80% of what C.J. Stroud did last year, this offense is going to hum because you got weapons all over the place. Show the rooks some love. Type 18 for Caleb Williams, 15 for Rome Odunze. Just a sneak peek of what the next decade could look like in Chicago, which is not something we're used to. We're used to hard-hitting defense and stuff like that. And, oh, by the way, the defense is still pretty damn good. Reminder, Friday practice is open to the media, and I told you guys earlier this week I want to see Caleb and the offense perform in the open practice because otherwise we just have to, take the team's word for it when they thought, oh, yeah, the other day the offense was awesome. Well, I'd like to see it. I'd like, to see a tweet from Kevin Fishbane who's there. Yep, Caleb and the offense is looking good today, so hopefully that happens tomorrow, obviously going up against a tough defense who should be ahead of the offense, but we'll see how it all plays out. Be sure to subscribe because we'll react to all of that tomorrow here on the channel. If you want more Bears news, rumors, and updates in real time, we're the channel for you. Like when Hard Knocks gets announced, we're live breaking it down. Hit that sub button. Keep the 18 and 15s going.
Look,
we're getting a free Diddy in the chat.
I think I think the NFL is a legitimate reason, both the players and the NFL does, for getting rid of OTAs. But if you're going to have them, why would you only have media at one practice a week?
It's the dumbest.
How does that make any sense?
For a sport who is leaned into as much exposure as possible. I mean, they have they're doing 3 Hard Knocks a year now. They're talking about going to Australia next year.
What are we doing?
And you can't have media at 2 of the 3 OTA practices per week? It's OTAs.
It's a joke. What do they think? They're going to expose themselves for what's going to happen in week 7?
What is this? What's the place in Nevada? Area 52?
Area 51, yeah.
I mean, what are we hiding here,
What
fellas?
are we doing?
Come on. I'm with you. Mailbag time. # Bears or Super Chat to get your questions on the show.
Keep the politics talk out of the chat, please.
Yeah, I really don't want to deal with it, fellas. You guys have your opinions. Everyone does. I'm trying to talk football.
We want to talk about this team.
Yeah, the Bears are on fucking Hard Knocks, man. Come on. # Bears or Super Chat. Saint Juan, you got to throw # Bears, not just hashtag in there. Otherwise, our software's not going to pick it up. When does Madden Sim start? I'd say in 25, 30 minutes.
Yep.
Probably around 5 Central Time we'll be starting. So if you have to go and come back, we'll make that happen as well. Oh, man. Johnny Chimpo, let's not rile people up, man. We really don't need this today. We really don't need this.
Bear down from the UK, Nick Bryden.
Shout out Nick Bryden.
I've seen UK, I've seen Germany. It's an international audience today.
It is.
Because it's an international fan base.
Yeah, exactly. But we can't have media at OTAs on a Tuesday in May.
That is a joke, man. I'm sorry.
I mean, what is happening in May that is going to impact the season?
And here's another. What's the downside?
Yeah, I mean, you're just going to get more people interested in what you guys are doing. All right, # Bears, Super Chat. We'll get to your questions here. Then we got one more segment before our Madden Sim. Here we go. It's mailbag time here on Chicago Bears Now. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. # Bears or Super Chat is the way to get your questions answered here on the show. First question, the real Johnny Knox? That'd be dope. If the Bears centers are struggling in the preseason, should they sign Connor Williams? I feel like we got this question last week, but I'm not 100% sure, but I'll answer it again. I mean, I would definitely be open to Connor Williams as an option, right? He can play center. He can play guard. He was graded as the number 2 PFF center last season, but he's recovering from a torn ACL. The Bears seem pretty, hell-bent on the Coleman Shelton, Ryan Bates combo, but, Nate Davis, you don't know how that's going to play out at right guard. I think he's a guy you monitor, especially once you get closer to training camp. Jerry Jersey, the evil twin of Jersey Jerry, I'm guessing. If the Giants make tight end Darren Waller a post-June 1st cut, should the Bears take a flyer on him if he doesn't retire? I looked up Darren Waller's stats the other day. I was kind of surprised he had over 500 yards last year for the Giants. He's a very talented player. I don't think I'm touching Darren Waller. There seems to be something going on in his personal life. I think he just released a mixtape of dissing his I haven't listened to it yet, but I saw this making the circles on social media of with him and Kelsey Plum because they got divorced. Something seems off there. and what's the old Bill Parcells quote? If you're thinking about retirement, you're already retired, which he's been mulling that apparently this offseason. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I get that the Bears need a third tight end, but, like, they need a third tight end. Like, if Darren Waller's engaged, he's a starting tight end. So I don't even think it makes sense from that standpoint either. So I would probably pass on Darren Waller. But what say you? You be Ryan Poles. Would you sign Darren Waller? Type S for sign or P for pass. I mean, a non-guaranteed vet minimum deal, I guess there's no harm. But, again, I don't think that's a direction the Bears are going to go in here. We got Frosty. Proxy is my daddy. Okay. People not focused on Sweats at OTAs. He's not as hyped up as he should be first full season this year. I think Montez Sweat has earned some equity here. He transformed the defense last year in a short amount of time. Earned a payday. Sure, you'd rather him be there and be a tone setter. If he skips mandatory minicamp or something like that, we can have a conversation. But certain guys earn equity based on how they perform, and I think he is in that category. A guy like Nate Davis, not in that category. I think that's two completely different situations. Andrew 8, should I take over at 8? What does it say? 8 wins? Should I take the over at 8 wins? I think you should, man. I would take the over. I've seen it 7.5, 8, 8.5. If you find 7.5 anywhere, that's an automatic take the over. 8.5, I still would. I feel comfortable with 9. This schedule is pretty manageable. It gets tough at 8.5, but I would take the over. John Orticelli, I really think Austin Booker is going to be a stud. I think he could get there. He's got the tools to be there, but he's pretty raw, man. He played a limited amount of snaps in college. I'll say this, and our producer today, Coop, will appreciate this. Kelvin Banks, who's going to be a first-round pick next year at Texas, he said the toughest guy he went against last year was Austin Booker at Kansas. So Booker gave him fits a couple of times. So, listen, he's got talent. He's powerful. Just a little raw. Need some seasoning. I'd like to see him kind of work his way into the rotation this year, and then I think he's got a shot to be a future starter. Some draft experts said had he gone back to school, he with a big year, he had a chance to be a late first, early mid-second round pick next year, and you found him in the 5th this year. So that's pretty good value. Matthew Arisco, do you think the Hard Knocks is going to have any real negative effects on the team? I don't. I think that storyline is always overblown. I understand why teams don't want it because, they'll tell you, oh, it's a distraction. I think it's because, well, they're billion-dollar organizations and they'd rather remain private. That's my take on things. But I'm not saying it's no distraction at all. But at the same time, I don't think there's some X's and O's tangible reason you're going to win or lose a game in the regular season because of some clip on Hard Knocks. I don't know. I think if you have the right attitude about it, embrace it. I think it could be a good thing. Embrace being a team in the spotlight for once. Prize Picks, today's sponsor of Chicago Bears Now. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS to get a deposit match up to $100 if you are a first-time customer. The NBA Finals are almost here, and you should get in on all of the action. Depending on when you're watching this, the Finals may already be set. Hopefully the Mavericks are that team because I am a Mavs fan, if you didn't know that. But if you want to just stick to kind of the traditional fantasy football and not delve into baseball, basketball, hockey, etc., you can get in on this action. 2-player entry for some season-long stat projections. You just choose more or less. That's how it works, 2 to 6-player entries. I like DeAndre Swift more than 850.5 rushing yards, rushed for over 1,000 with Philly last year. And Amon-Ra St. Brown had 10 touchdowns a year ago. I'll take the more than 7.5. 10 to win 30 there. prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS if you're creating an account for the first time, and you can get a deposit match up to $100. Choose more, choose less. It's Prize Picks. Go make some money. Young Kings Music says, most interesting matchup of the season for you. I will say in the non-conference, I think it's week 2 Sunday Night Football, Bears, Texans, Caleb Williams, C.J. Stroud. I would say division game that has me the most intrigued. Packers week 18, obviously. But if you took that one away, I think Bears, Lions on Thanksgiving is going to be a fun one. And then if I wanted to throw a wild card in there, I mean, Bears, Jags, and London. It's going to be interesting. I think the Jags they're kind of at a crossroads. Like, do they get back to that momentum they had after that playoff comeback win a couple of years ago? Does Trevor Lawrence bounce back? He kind of struggled last year. I think the Bears have a chance to make a statement there and beat them in London. Johnny Lopez, I love the Ryan Poles signing years ago. I've always said we need someone who knows football. What do you think of Poles thus far? I mean, it's hard to be disappointed in how he's built this thing. He hasn't been perfect. The Claypool thing blew up. But I like how he stuck to his guns, and a year later made another trade at the deadline for Montez Sweat, which worked out well. He fleeced Carolina, got the future number 1 pick, which has now been Caleb Williams, and obviously have to get a little luck for that to fall into your hands. But you got DJ Moore, Tyreek Stevenson, and Darnell Wright out of that trade. In some ways, that trade allowed you to trade for Keenan Allen this offseason as well. He's done a great job rebuilding this roster, man. 3 wins year 1 after he tore it down. 7 wins last year. Should have been 9 or 10 if they didn't choke 2 or 3 games away. And there's no reason why they can't win 10+. That's up to the coaching staff and players now. Lucas Prang, bold prediction, Caleb Williams gets an MVP vote. That's bold. I don't think it's crazy, though. Had C.J. Stroud, he missed 2 games with a minor injury last year. There was a 2 or 3 week stretch there, like in late October, early November. Like, should C.J. Stroud get MVP consideration? Because remember, Mahomes statistically was kind of having a down year. Josh Allen was turning it over a lot, and it's like, well, C.J. Stroud has turned the Texans around, and he's cooking. I don't think he would have won it had he played all 17, but he was in the mix there pretty late in the year. It wouldn't shock me. It'd be shocking if he won it, but I could see that happening. I like that bold prediction. It's like bold, but it's not insane. If that makes sense. Bears fans, we got you covered with what we feel is some of the best Bears coverage on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. We will continue to keep you guys informed and entertained on the latest Bears rumblings that are out there. Slow time of year, but we're still pumping out content, so we appreciate the love and support. Skeptor here, can the Bears realistically make it to the playoffs with teams in the NFC like the Lions, Packers, Cowboys, Eagles, Bucks, or Falcons? I mean, the NFC is much more manageable than the AFC, for one. Like, are we supposed to be terrified of the Bucks and Falcons? I mean, one of those teams will probably win that division, so that's kind of irrelevant. You can't control division winners. They're going to take up playoff spots. But, out of that list, is it impossible to beat any of them? I would give the Lions the edge in the NFC North. The only reason you would give the Packers the edge is because head-to-head they've dominated you, but I don't think they have some overwhelmingly better roster than the Bears. The Cowboys, they've been a great regular season team recently, but they did literally nothing this offseason. The Eagles had one of the biggest – they were literally for 6 weeks the worst team in football last year to end the season. So let's see if they bounce back. NFC South teams, I don't know, man. After the 49ers, and I'll throw Detroit in there as well – the NFC is kind of there's 8 teams after that pick your flavor. And I think the Bears are in that grouping. Sean, so Brisker has a history of missing a lot of games due to injury. Can you tell us who the backup safeties are? They will be playing due to Brisker. Well, let me pull up just first of all his how many games he has missed. He's checked out of some games from time to time. He's missed 4 games in 2 years. He's played 15 games in each of his first 2 seasons. So I wouldn't say that's a crazy history. He's had a couple concussions, so that's pause for concern. But you have Jonathan Owens, who's a huge upgrade over Elijah Hicks. That's Mr. Simone Biles there, for those who don't know. Elijah Hicks has gotten some playing time. He's not great, but he's at least gotten out there some. Kevin Byard has never missed a game in his career, so that's an upgrade over Eddie Jackson. I think you're fine at safety. Owens has started a lot the last 2 years with Houston and Green Bay. If he needs to play a handful of games, I think he can hold his own. By the way, send in your best trade ideas. Put them down in the comments. You can message them to me on social media as well. At HGramNFL, Twitter, and Instagram is where you can do that. And if we get enough good ones, I'll put a video around it. Alex Ammerling, appreciate the super chat. So glad I have HBO Max. Thank you. Bear down. Yeah. I hated Max at first when they went to that, when they kind of merged, what was it, HBO and Discovery Plus and all that. They kind of bundled some things together. I love it now. The app needed a couple months to just kind of From an engineering standpoint, it would kind of bug out a lot, but it's great. Max is close to Netflix for me with just what you get out of it. And, yeah, you've got access to Hard Knocks. So, if you don't have Max, you better get it. Jacob, time for my yearly way too early Super Bowl matchup plus winner comment. What are your picks? I mean, my May picks, I'll just roll with the Chiefs and the AFC to make it because until proven otherwise, they're the only two times since Mahomes has been the starter in this league, he hasn't been in the Super Bowl. His second year in the NFL, first year as a starter, if D4 doesn't line up off sides, they go to the Super Bowl. They lost in overtime to the Patriots, and then they collapsed against the Bengals and lost in overtime like 4 years later. He's never even lost in regulation in the AFC Championship game. So I will take the Chiefs in the AFC. In the NFC, I mean, I guess the team to beat is the 49ers, but it feels more wide open. I think there's some drama with that wide receiver situation. So, I'm not going to make an official pick here, but it's cliche. I'll run it back with the same matchup for now, but I will probably change those picks between now and September. All right, if you didn't get your questions answered, you can still hit me up on social media. Again, it's at HGramNFL, Twitter, Instagram, same handle. You can find me over there. And again, throw some trade ideas my way, and we'll try to get some answered. All right, you guys know the motto. Get the FGBs going in the chat. Get the FGBs going in the chat.
This may not be a popular opinion on Chicago Bears now. I kind of think the Lions are my favorite in the NFC.
No, I could see it. I could see it. It's just funny, though, because, the Bears actually match up well.
Yeah, no, they do.
They outplayed them 7 out of 8 quarters last year. They should have swept them. But, if you're Detroit, if you avoid that, it's all about matchups in the
Absolutely.
playoffs. I could see the Bears, if they got Detroit in, a 2-6 game in the wild card round, it wouldn't, or 2-7 game or 3-6 game. I could see the Bears pulling off that upset. But
yeah.
I could also see Detroit winning. I mean, they should have gone last year. They had the Niners on the ropes. They were up 24-7 in that game. So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. I mean, I don't trust Dallas.
You can never trust them.
Philly's roster is great. That coaching situation feels weird.
It's not good.
Is Sirianni, Kellen Moore, and Vic Fangio, who we love Vic Fangio here in Chicago. He was that 2018 defense, one of the best in post-2000. But, you hear, the quotes from players out of Miami, they fucking hated the guy last year.
Fangio.
He's almost too old school now where, the modern player just doesn't connect with him well. So, that feels like a lot of strong personalities in that Eagles building.
For me,
I don't know.
The AFC is much stronger than the NFC.
Oh, no question.
Much stronger.
No question. That's why, if you're the Bears, you got Caleb. If Caleb hits on this rookie contract, you have a window here.
Yeah.
You have a window here. I mean, it would be crazy if it happened this year, but there's a window in the next few years. No question.
Get into the dance.
Yeah, get in and listen. You get in. If you got a quarterback that puts the fear into people, you got a shot. And they got a defense that can travel too, so we'll see. We shall see. All right, coming up in about 15 minutes, we'll get to our Madden Week 2 sim as the Bears take the Texans on a little Sunday Night Football action. But first, we'll get to some post-June 1st free agent targets. That's coming up next. On today's episode of Chicago Bears Now, we have some I'm going to start that intro over. Bone. What was that? All right. 3, 2, 1. On today's episode of Chicago Bears Now, we have some post-June 1st free agent targets for the Chicago Bears as some new players could become available. And for those who don't know, some post-June 1st cuts typically happen. Now, I think it gets overblown how many guys actually get cut, but there will be a few between June 1st and training camp as teams can clear cap space with post-June 1st cuts greater than if it was a pre-June 1st cut. So there might be some notable players that hit the road and could be available for a team like the Bears to sign. So I've got 5 players that I'm going to keep an eye on, and then we'll take a look at 5 other free agents that still happen to be unsigned that I think could make sense for the Bears as well. I think you look at the Bears' biggest needs: defensive end, defensive tackle. I think some interior offensive line depth, center guard, you could add someone there, and then you still need a number 3 tight end. That's a pretty clear need right now. Obviously, Marcedes Lewis signed late last year. We'll talk about him, little teaser later on as well. But I think those are some positions that I am identifying that the Bears could certainly add. Subscribe and join us if the Bears sign a player. We'll make a video. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications by clicking that bell icon after you subscribe, and do not miss out as we will continue to keep you guys informed on the latest Bears news and rumors. All right, let's get to my first guy here. Greg Gaines, the defensive tackle of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Kind of a rotation type, but could be kind of an ideal signing for this Bears defensive line. You look at his past 4 years. I mean, he's had some decent production over the years. Last year, not as much, but 4 sacks in 2022, 4.5 in 2021. Coming off a down year, the Bucs could look to shed some cap space. I think they could save like $3 million if they cut Gaines after June 1st. And what I like about him is he can play both defensive tackle spots. So he can give you some depth at nose. He can give you some depth at 3 tech behind Gervon Dexter, give you a little security there as well. If you don't want to, get the high-level starter type and you do want to roll with Gervon Dexter, I still think you need a 4th defensive tackle. And a guy that can play both spots is kind of the ideal guy for that. And I think Greg Gaines could fit that mold. How about another Greg? Dulcich. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with his work, but he's had an interesting couple of years with the Broncos. I think he was a 4th-round pick a couple of years ago, and his rookie year in only 10 games kind of lit it up, dude. For a rookie day 3 tight end in 2022, 411 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's like, okay, like the Broncos have found a diamond in the rough. But he had hamstring issues last year or that year, and they got even worse this past year. He literally only played in 2 games last year. 3 catches, 25 yards. Could not stay healthy, and he's still been banged up. It's been a problem to the point where Denver's gotten pretty frustrated with it. Sean Payton isn't messing around. It wouldn't shock me if they dangled him for a late-round trade or maybe even flat-out cut him. And I might take a flyer if I'm Chicago. Now, the only thing if you're the Bears is your tight end 3 role, you'd rather have more of a blocker because Cole Kmet is a receiving and blocky tight end. Gerald Everett's more of a receiving tight end. Dulcich more of a receiving tight end, so you'd probably get a guy who's more of a blocker. But this could be one of those flyer takes. If he's healthy, he's pretty solid. How about B.J. Hill, kind of a bigger name here, the defensive tackle for the Cincinnati Bengals. And some of my reasoning here was this. He's getting a little bit older. They can save a decent amount of money if they cut or trade him post-June 1st. And I do want to mention that he could fall more into that trade candidate realm. Like Cincinnati could potentially find a day 3 pick for him if that was out there. Not sure if the Bears would be willing to do that or not. But kind of like Greg Gaines, he can play both spots. He's obviously a better player than Gaines. He's a starting caliber player. 4.5 sacks last year. 2 TFLs, had 5 breakups. Gets his hands on a lot of passes as well. And this would more fall into the realm of if you don't think Gervon Dexter is quite ready to be a full-time starter, well, you could bring in B.J. Hill, plug him in at 3 tech, and then Dexter could just continue to rotate in a lot on that defensive line. You can move him around different spots. And part of the reason I mentioned B.J. Hill too is Cincinnati's got some contract decisions to make. They got to pay Jamar Chase soon. Are they going to pay T. Higgins? Are they going to extend Trey Hendrickson, who requested a trade because he wants a new contract? Maybe a guy like B.J. Hill becomes expendable if they want to keep more of those star players. So keep an eye on that. I think Cincinnati's a team to watch in terms of a team that could be willing to move a notable piece. What is the bigger need along the defensive line in Chicago? You think it's defensive end, that edge spot, or do you think it's defensive tackle? You could certainly make an argument for either or. I think if you added one notable piece at either position, you'd feel a lot better about things, but let me know if you think it's DE or DT. Darius Slayton. Now, I know wide receiver probably isn't a top need, but I'll say this. If you signed Darius Slayton, I think he'd be the best number 4 receiver in the NFL. He's not at OTAs for the Giants amidst contract dispute. He wants a new deal. He's entering the final year of a 2-year deal. I think he's set to make like $5 million or something. Now, if he got cut, I don't think the Bears are going to throw him $8 million, but I don't think any other team is either. But he's quietly been pretty damn consistent, dude. He has some drop issues, but 4 out of 5 seasons in his career, over 700 yards. He's been a big play guy, like 15-yard per catch guy throughout his career. He had the one down year in 2021, but bounced back the last 2 years. Obviously, he's not going to be a top 2 guy for you, and ideally not a top 3 if Rome Odunze hits the ground running as a rookie. But what he would provide is a flat-out, very proven wide receiver 4. I mean, we're all hoping Tyler Scott takes a jump, but that's yet to be seen. Bayless Jones, he's done nothing. Slayton, like I said, would be the best wide receiver 4 in the league. And if Rome Odunze, for whatever reason, wasn't quite ready, he's more than capable as a number 3. I mean, 700 yards, that's a number 3 caliber receiver. Keenan Allen's been a guy that gets banged up. He could step in and play if that happens. So, again, this one's more of the, I doubt it happens, but just keep an eye on it. If he gets cut, Giants have a crowded wide receiver room right now, may look to go elsewhere. I would not mind this move at all because it just makes your depth better. It raises your floor of that room. And if there's an injury or if Odunze isn't quite ready, he can step in there and play at a pretty high level. Get some Caleb Williams jerseys right now at chatsports.com/Caleb. We got the orange back in stock for pre-order. The whites and the navies still available to order as well. Chatsports.com/Caleb. Jump on the Hard Knocks hype train. Get yourself a Caleb Williams jersey today at chatsports.com/Caleb. All right, one more potential cut that the Bears could target. Irv Smith Jr., who actually signed with the Chiefs this offseason, spent last year in Cincinnati, but he's currently with the Chiefs. He's an interesting one as well because the Chiefs signed him, and I think they were like, oh, you'll be our number 2, number 3 tight end after Travis Kelce. You can compete. I forget who their number 2 tight end is. It's been there the last couple of years. But they also then drafted Jared Wiley in the 4th round, who I know for a fact they like a lot. So, Irv Smith Jr. could get squeezed out and be that 4th guy. Now, they might carry 4, but if they just carry 3, he could be a guy that gets cut. Now, he'd likely get cut closer to, late training camp before week 1 or something like that. But keep an eye on this one. He could be a name to monitor. Veteran, spent some time in the NFC North with Minnesota. So maybe he's a guy the Bears could knock on the door of if he gets released. Some other free agent targets that are still out there. Calais Campbell, he still remains the top guy for me. He could play some 3-tech. He could play some edge. He's going to be 38 this year. He's getting old, but his production would suggest otherwise. He's aging very nicely. The Bears have a shot to be a playoff team, so you would think he'd be intrigued by that. He could help groom some of the young guys in that room, like a Javon Dexter, like an Austin Booker. So I would love to bring in a guy of his caliber. I think he'll probably wait closer to training camp. Yannick Ngakoue still out there as well. Obviously, the Bears signed him late last year in August. He's been putting up videos training. His ankle appears to be healthy. Obviously, he'd have to take a medical exam with any team he signs. But he also hopped on SiriusXM radio recently and said he wants to sign before training camp this year. He thought that signing later hurt his play on the field during the season, the production. He wants to get into an organization, whether it's back with the Bears or somewhere else, before training camp so he can, have more time with the team, hit the ground running, and bounce back. And I was impressed with what he said in that interview. You guys should go check it out. If you just Google Yannick Ngakoue, SiriusXM Radio, it'll pop up. He said, look, I have to reestablish myself as a player in this league. So I don't think it's going to cost that much money. It was $10 million last year. Maybe it's half of that. So maybe the Bears do bring him back, give him another opportunity. Another guy they could bring back and I would like to see happen is Marcedes Lewis. Again, that number 3 tight end role ideally is a high-quality blocker, and I think it's just perfect because he's going to play, 12 to 20 snaps per game. He's still a very good blocker. I think he's the ideal fit. He was in that room last year. Cole Kmet talked about how much value he brought to the team on and off the field. I don't think you have an NFL rosterable, playable number 3 tight end right now. You got 2 good ones, Kmet and Everett, but Tommy Sweeney, Steven Carlson, Brendan Bates at UDFA, I don't love that situation. Again, you definitely upgraded over Robert Tonyan at tight end 2, but I don't think you've got a number 3 guy right now, and Lewis would definitely be ideal for that. Connor Williams, I still think he's a name to keep in mind. Again, I think that's closer to a training camp preseason situation. That ACL is not fully healed yet. He's still recovering from injury, but he is by far the top interior offensive lineman available. He can play center, which he was the 2nd highest graded PFF center last year before tearing his ACL. He started for a few years at guard as well. I chuckled there because of something my producer said. I think this would be how is Nate Davis looking in training camp? Is the center situation at a high enough level that you want it to be? So keep an eye on this one. I wouldn't rule this out. And then Emmanuel Ogbah, who was teammates with the Williams last year, he got cut earlier in the offseason. Fits the bill of a 4-3 edge rusher. He's got good size. He's like 265, 270. He's been pretty good, too. Now, he's been banged up the last couple of years, but played 15 games last year, had 5 sacks. 20 and 21, he had 9 sacks each of those years before the injury-riddled season in 2022. I think he could come in and give you 5 to 7 sacks. So keep an eye on him if they want to, go elsewhere from a Yannick Ngakoue and try someone else. I think Ogbah would be the guy I would pivot to if they don't go with Ngakoue. Name a player that you think the Bears should sign. Just took a look at 5 guys that could get caught, plus 5 free agents that are still out there. If there's someone that I'm missing, let me know down in the comment section below. My name is Harrison Graham. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Would love your support. It's free. We'll continue to cover the latest news, rumors, different segments like this one, and much more. Go live twice a week, Monday and Thursday. Wasim says, Yannick. We're going to get to our Madden stream here in just a few moments. Noah Gray was the other Chiefs tight end. Yeah, he's been there a couple of years. John says, who do you think is best overall CV, Stevenson or Spider-Man? I mean, Kyler's more versatile. Well, I think Tyree could play nickel and safety too. I think Stevenson's ceiling is higher. I think he would probably trust Gordon a little more. He's been in this system an extra year. But I think Stevenson has a chance to take a huge jump. I like them both, though, John. I like them both. Oh, man. Going to get to our Madden thing once Coop gets it set up. So give us just a few moments here. Trey Hendrickson, yeah, I mean, if he was actually available, I'd be interested. But, you got to take those out. Rear Breed says, I got here late. Are the Bears doing Hard Knocks this year? They are. Like the title says, breaking. Chicago Bears selected for Hard Knocks. They are. All right, here we go. We're going to get into our Week 2 Madden simulation. We'll kind of set it up preview style, and then we'll do a little live play-by-play action. $50 if you want to get in the Bears Now Helmet Hall of Fame. Get yourself a sticker, and all Super Chats will still get on screen. So.
The Bears should take our advice, and they should wear those helmets, those white helmets.
They should have an alternate white.
Those are so sick.
Yeah. I think it'd be sick with the Bear logo, by the way. That'd be tough.
That'd be dope.
That'd be tough. All right, if you're ready to go, type me. Let's get into it. Welcome into Bears Now. We're here for our Week 2 Madden simulation. The Bears won in Week 1 against the Tennessee Titans 24-17. And now Sunday Night Football prime time against C.J. Stroud and the Texans, who also won in Week 1. Pair of 1-0 teams, Caleb Williams, C.J. Stroud. Should be a lot of fun. Get those score predictions in, as we are going to do some live play-by-play and reaction of this Madden simulation here in just a few moments. Let us know who you have winning and what you think the final score is going to be. Now, if you want to stay on top of our Madden live simulation schedule, Week 2 today, obviously, we won in Week 1, 24-17. Got Week 3 on June 3rd, and then so on and so forth. I'm not going to read it verbatim, but 2 games per week for the most part. Now, you jump to the second half here. First part of July, NBA free agency, plus I'm taking some time off, so as of now, we have a game on July 1st and July 11th. That is subject to change. How that all plays out, the schedule could get moved around, but ideally, and unless something crazy happens, the plan is to get all these games in before the Hall of Fame game of the preseason on August 1st. So let's get after it. It is Bears, Texans.
We ready?
Week 1. I am ready, Coop.
Let's
we got
ride.
producer
Here
Coop
we go.
hanging out with us. Coop and I have no idea. Oh, there they are, Stroud and Caleb.
Jack's the only one that knows what's going on in this game.
Yeah, producer Jack just walked into the building.
Although
he's the only one who knows the
outcome.
He
may have cucked us by leaving the scoring.
No. That was from my record prediction video. There's producer Jack.
There's Jack.
Jack's in the comments. Shout out Jack.
I'm the only one that knows.
He's the only one that knows.
It's true. Sunday night football, Houston, Texas.
If you're hyped, type me in the comments.
Let's go, baby.
Here we go. Type me in the comments. Caleb Williams and the Bears. D'Amico Ryans and the Texans getting ready for kickoff here. C.J. Stroud hyping up his guys. Here we go. I'll tell you what, if someone sends a $50 super chat before the end of the first quarter, I'll do a beer bong and you'll get a sticker on our helmet sticker.
Ooh.
Why not? Feeling frisky here.
Where's Horowitz?
I don't know if Horowitz is still with us today.
Whoa. You said today.
Yeah. Relax.
There's Eberflus. Giving the refs the business already.
Can we get Flus? Madden needs to update Flus's look with the scruff.
He doesn't even wear a hat, does he?
I don't think he will anymore. Last year he didn't as much. His first year he did. Yeah. He's got the product in the hair. He's got the beard going. Much better look. He needed an upgrade.
Here we go.
We're underway. Bears kick it deep. And the Texans bring it out 2 yards into the field of play. Past the 25. Oh, they're loose. Tackled at the 39. Maybe a touchdown saving tackle. And here comes C.J. Stroud and the Texans. Here we go. What's going to happen on this drive? Touchdown, field goal, punt, or turnover? Predict it for us. Are you telling Coop what happens? Here we go. Savage says field goal. Let's get it. Stroud in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Quick throw. Slant. Stephon Diggs. Gain of about 5. Bring up 2nd and 5 here. I don't know what Kyler Gordon's doing there. 2nd down. See if the Bears can get a quick stop here. John's predicting an interception. Savage a field goal. I formation for Houston. Stroud under center. Play action. All day to throw. Dumps it off to his fullback in the flat. Make a tackle. Good tackle. It's going to be 3rd and 3. Type those threes in the chat because it's 3rd down. Get those threes in. Shout out to Savage. Who's going to make a play? C.J. Stroud in the shotgun on 3rd down. He'll throw it. 4-man rush. Has time. Dumps it off. 1st down. Gets it to, I assume, Joe Mixon. It is. 1st down, Texans. Appreciate Edward, Zach, Ron, John, and Wasim participating in the chat. 6-minute quarters on these Madden streams as the Texans are in Bears territory. Keenan Allen waiting for a chance. Here comes Stroud and the Texans. Oh, they're going to flip
it's college-like
the alignment. Stroud trips to the right, takes the snap, quick throw, out route, big hit, incomplete. I think that was Kevin Byard on the hit. Oh, no, Jonathan Owens is out there.
Mr. Simone Biles.
Okay.
Doesn't even look like Flus.
Yeah, it's not. I don't even recognize that Flus anymore. Should have done custom coach. Stroud in the gun, takes the snap, looking all day to throw.
Somebody go get him!
Get him, Montez. Stroud's going to scramble and slide down for a gain of 6. That's why they got to sign another pass rusher. Too much time to throw.
It's 3rd down.
Get those threes in. Type those threes. Here we go. Stroud in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looking over the middle. Caught. Into the red zone goes Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon. All reliable third down target, apparently.
The third down defense for the Bears not going well.
Not good early. This feels like week 1 against the Packers last year. Shout out Alan Williams. Not sure where he's at.
Speaking of no longer with us.
Oh, Alan. Oh! We'll get to that super chat after this drive. Stroud takes the snap, looking, throws, end zone! Good play! Kyler Gordon knocks it away at the last second. Type the KGs in the chat. Type the KGs in the chat. Good breakup from Gordon. A little Spider-Man action there. 2nd and 10 here. Let's get a red zone stop. Force a field goal attempt. Got Savage in there. I formation for Houston. Stroud. Toss play. Mixon left side. He's got room. Oh, good pursuit from Tremaine Edmonds. Limits it to a 3-yard gain, and it's 3rd down. Type those 3s. Hopefully this 3rd time's the charm. Type those 3s. 3rd and 7 from the 15-yard line. Texans looking to punch it in. Stroud in the shotgun. Sends Mixon wide to the left. Oh, Tremaine Edmonds in coverage. It could be a mismatch. Stroud steps up. Edmonds tackle him, Tremaine. God almighty. 1st down. That's unbelievable. 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. Got to get off the field in those situations.
The Texans are in the Fanatics red zone. Go to chatsports.com/Caleb.
Yeah, get yourself Caleb Williams jersey, chatsports.com/Caleb. The Fanatics red zone is calling. Toss play to the right. That's a TFL. Montez Sweat with the TFL. Let's go. 2nd and goal at the 10 coming up. 2nd and goal at the 10 coming up.
D'Amico shouting at Stroud.
Big Green. Okay, Big Green. We'll go this size or the full screen more often. We'll limit the smaller box so you guys can see. Stroud, toss to the right, stuffed again! Kyler Gordon with the... Oh, I swear that was a single-digit number, and now they're going to Jonathan Owens on the celly. What is going on? Or no,
Maybe
I think that was Kevin Byard. 3rd and goal at the 15. Type those 3s. You cannot give up a 3rd and goal at the 15 touchdown. I'll tell you that. Stroud spins out. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. Incomplete. Field goal attempt upcoming. While it is a field goal, here is Brett Valentino with the super chat. Beer down Harrison. We got a beer bong coming. Coop, after this field goal, if you want to go to just me in the small box and the bigger screen, and if you want to go get me a Murbanga,
gotcha,
that would be fantastic here, as I promised I would take one down. You also get a sticker, Brett. Field goal is good. Texans 3, Bears nothing, as the Bears are set to receive the kickoff. That almost took up the whole first quarter. Brutal. Brett, got yourself a sticker. I know I'm in the small box right there, but you're in the Bears Helmet Hall of Fame. As the Texans kick off here. Bayless Jones going to bring it out 3 yards deep. Gets to right around the 20. They'll mark him down at the 19. And here comes Caleb Williams and the Bears for their first drive of the game. This will also be the Hall of Fame game matchup on August 1st. And they'll turn around and play in week 2 of the regular season. Williams in the huddle, giving instructions. That's okay. At the end of the quarter, I'll take down a beer bong. Williams under center, bunch trips to the right. Williams takes the snap, launches downfield, overthrows his intended target. Adunze had a step on Desmond King. Bring up 2nd and 10. Williams in the gun. DeAndre Swift to his right. Caleb looking, spinning. Williams dumps it off. Gain of maybe 2. Oh, he dropped it. Be 3rd and 10. You don't want to go 3 and out after your defense just endured a long possession. You don't want to go 3 and out. That would not be ideal.
At what point do you consider going to Tyson Bagent?
Stop. Williams in the gun again. Swift to his right. Caleb has time. Backside pressure. Now he's going to take off. He launches last second. Caught! Cole Kmet for a gain of about 35. Type those ones. Keeps the play alive. Launches downfield to his old reliable tight end. Type those ones. 1st and 10 at the 38. Gain of 44, actually. That's going to be the end of the quarter. That's going to be the end of the quarter. All right, I'm going to take this down real quick. Oh, wait. After this play, we'll pause briefly, and we'll do it. Caleb hands it off. Swift finds a bit of a hole, gets 5. Here we go. I'm chugging. Spillage out of the gate.
Leakage!
That was tough.
Leakage!
That was tough. You weren't lying. That's cold.
I told you.
My goodness. Okay, we resume here. Appreciate the super chat, Brett. 2nd and 5 here.
I told you it was cold.
Bears in field goal range, but looking for 7 to take a lead. Caleb in the shotgun, Swift to his right. Williams looking, throws over the middle, caught! Romadunze into the Fanatics red zone. If you want to get yourself a Romadunze jersey, you can do that. Chatsports.com/Rome. Chatsports.com/Rome. That was a seed up the scene, rookie to rookie. Here we go. Here we go. 1st and 10 at the 12. Empty set for Williams and the Bears.
It's got to go to Moore.
Caleb takes the snap. Looking under pressure, rolling to his right. Take off, Caleb. Oh, he throws last second, incomplete. Good pursuit from Houston there. Be 2nd and 10. Be 2nd and 10 here. John says next play, touchdown to Meenan Allen. Here we go. Williams in the gun. Swift. He'll get a carry here up the gut. Nice run, DeAndre. Gets 6.
Got to punch it in here.
3rd and 4. Got the full playbook open. It's about 3rd and 3.5.
4-down territory here.
Depends what happens this play. If it's 0 or negative yards, I'd probably kick. If it's 3 or less, I'd consider going. Williams under center. We'll see what the play call is. They're going to throw. Caleb throws into traffic. That could have been picked off.
What are you doing, Caleb?
4th and 4. Yeah, that felt like a predetermined throw. I think you got to kick here and tie the game.
I would agree.
I think you got to kick here and tie the game. Cairo Santos, they'll send him out there. Chip shot from 23.
The Brazilian legend.
Yep. It's a shame the Bears didn't get the Brazil game. Field goal is good. Field goal is good.
3-3.
Type those 3s. We're tied. What's up, Faj? Omar's burner in the chat.
Omar, what's good? We'll be on Mavs here in a bit.
Buckle up, Omar. We're closing it out tonight. All right, here we go.
Cairo not taking the kickoff?
I've had Torrey Taylor back there.
Okay.
Stronger leg. If it was the new kickoff rules, I wouldn't really I wouldn't care either way. Taylor boots it. Here come the Texans. Not much doing that time. Get to the 22.
That's good coaching by you. You have the stronger leg. You set up your kickoff team well.
Yeah.
Give them a minus play.
I could be a special teams coordinator.
Rich Bisaccia.
Richard Hightower. Is that one guy still with the Cowboys? What's his name? Doesn't he have a nickname?
There used to be Rich Bisaccia. I don't know. I have no idea.
All right, here come the Texans. 1st and 10 at their own 22. Stroud hands it off up the middle. Good running lane for Joe Mixon. He gets like 13.
He should be in prison anyways.
Mixon, gain of 12. 1st and 10 at the 34.
Defensive struggle here so far.
Yeah, I mean, 2 just long, drawn-out drives. These Madden games can go quickly. Stroud in the gun. He'll hand off to Mixon again. Still driving forward. Gets about 3. 3:40 to go. You'd like to get a stop and get this back and get points before halftime. 2nd and 7 here. Logan says shot for halftime show. We are $28 away from 300. If we get to 300 by halftime, I'll take 2 shots.
I'll take one as well.
So 3 total shots if we get $28 more by halftime. Nice throw from Stroud over the middle. Finds his tight end, Dalton Schultz, to the Bears' 41-yard line. First catch of the day from Schultz.
John says, how come Stroud's name's not in the middle of his back? I didn't notice it.
Because Madden, the EA Sports, hopefully has just put all their time into NCAA, which
the game's going to be
sounds
great.
Pretty awesome. Can't wait. Stroud in the pistol. RPO, he's just going to run. That's going nowhere. Jaquan Brisker, or no, that's Kevin Byard with the tackle. Gain of 2.
It did look like a single digit.
It did it again.
Did. But I could tell it's too close together. But I can see it's 31. But
that
I
looked
agree.
like 9 to me.
It looked too close.
I don't know, Jim. 2nd and 8 here. Stroud in the gun. Takes the snap. He'll hand it off. Mixon. Gets a 1st down. Poor tackling. Poor tackling. If you're just joining us live, this is our Madden Week 2 simulation. Bears beat the Titans in Week 1. Now it's Week 2. 2-minute warning of the first half. We are tied at 3. Hit that subscribe button. We actually do normal Bears coverage 99% of the time, the latest news, rumors, and segments. But during the slow part of the offseason, we're doing some Madden simulations for the whole schedule as well. Bears looking to go to 2-0. Stroud finds Mixon on the dump-off. It'll be 2nd and 7. Minute 50 left. I mean, the Texans are in no hurry. They want to chew this clock and get points right before the half. Bears will get the second half kickoff here. Only 1 possession and a half would be pretty brutal. Shout out Madden.
Thanks, Jack.
Stroud looking left side, caught. Schultz, 1st down.
Are we gonna challenge that for a drop?
I think he caught that and just tossed it to the ground.
I don't know, Jim.
Throw the flag, Flusy. Is final 2 minutes, is it of each half or just at the end that's automatic review? I think it's only 4th quarter.
I think it's only 4th, yeah.
Yeah. Fanatics Red Zone. Get yourself a jersey. Chatsports.com/Caleb. Chatsports.com/Rome. Stroud throws over the middle again. Another 1st down. Bears are getting sliced and diced on this drive. Nico Collins, the guy who just got paid, gain of 11. Sliced and diced here. 1st and goal at the 5. Minute to go. May want to start using those timeouts, Flus. Stroud in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looking. Throws. End zone. Caught. Touchdown Texans. Type F in the chat. Stephon Diggs. Type F in the chat. Texans drive straight down the field and score a touchdown.
Not what you want.
Not what you want. Not what you want. I'll tell you what, these 2 teams may have the top wide receiver trios in the NFL. The Bears have DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Rome Odunze. The Texans have Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, Tank Dell. I would give the Bears the advantage there, but Houston's is pretty good too. Extra point is good. 10-3 Houston. See if the Bears can respond. 46 seconds? 49?
Yep, 46.
46 seconds left. You get the ball out of half, so it's not a must score, but as you guys have seen in these Madden Sims, possessions are limited. $28 away.
Every play counts.
For me and Coop taking shots at halftime. Got to get to 300 by halftime. Bayless Jones back to receive the kick. Maybe he can bust one here. Let's see. Not holding my breath. He'll get an opportunity
Almost
just out inside the goal line. Almost dropped it. Gets to right at the 25.
Can we cut this guy?
He might get cut. 41 seconds left. Here comes Caleb in the offense. What's going to happen here? Touchdown, field goal, punt, or turnover. Touchdown, field goal, punt, or turnover.
Fajir Allen says, Coop. What's up, Fajir?
Empty set, so the Bears are going to chase points here, as they should. Caleb in the shotgun. Takes the snap, four-man rush, throws over the middle, caught. I feel like the DB misplayed that one. Gain of 8. Bears take their first time out.
Matt Nagy's in the chat and says,
Keenan Allen.
Bayless Jones, another bad pick.
That wasn't one of Pole's better ones, but he's been pretty good outside of that pick. Matt Nagy, keep riding Mahomes' coattails to Super Bowls.
He's made your career, Matt.
Him and Andy Reid. Caleb in the gun. Takes the snap, looking, throws, left side, caught, Cole Kmet. Bears will take their second time out, so a couple quick completions to the 39. Needed about 25 yards to get in the field goal range. Pepto, Coop seems like a hater. I want Roley back.
Am I a hater?
Roley, I love Roley. He's kind of a hater by definition.
Roley is one of the biggest haters. Everything.
Williams takes the snap, throws over the middle, picked. Took a shot downfield, throws a pick, and the Texans have a chance to add points before halftime.
That's a classic rookie mistake by Caleb Williams.
Yep. You want points there, but you can't chase them. Jeff Okudah, give me a break. If he lofts that to DJ instead of throws a fastball, it might be a touchdown. If he lofts that over the top, it might be a touchdown.
A little more touch.
Defense needs to come up big here. Defense needs to come up big here. 28 seconds left? 29. Texans have all 3 timeouts.
Not ideal.
Not ideal. They need about 15 yards to get into field goal range. Stroud takes the snap. 4-man rush. Someone get home. He launches left side. It might be a touchdown. It is. Tank Dell.
That is just not what you want, man.
52-yard touchdown. That was an absolute seed from C.J. Stroud.
One could say.
Type F in the chat. He beats Kyler Gordon. Type F in the chat. Type F in the chat. Oh, man. Extra point is good. 21 seconds left. Can the Bears add points before the half, or do you just sit on this and get to the locker room and regroup? Oh, gosh.
Matt Nagy says Eberflus calling the defense is like Nagy calling the defense.
Yeah. Today, that appears to be the case. Bayless going to bring it out 3 yards deep. Not even gets to the 20.
I'm telling you, cut him.
Type C if you want to cut Bayless Jones. Type C if you want to cut Bayless Jones.
I'm typing C in the chat.
Harrison is Sausage Daddy is in the chat.
We'll see you on Mavs tonight.
80 yards away from a touchdown, about 50 away from field goal range. Maybe 45. They're just going to sit on this. Oh! Was that Roschon for a gain of 11? It was. Get the RJs in the chat. Bears take a timeout, so now they may look to try and pull off a miracle and get into field goal range. Gain of 11. John says put a Dunze back there. Yeah. See it, Bayless. Caleb in the shotgun, takes the snap, looking, rolling, launches. Incomplete. 7 seconds left. 7 seconds left. 2nd and 10 here. Here we go. Caleb Williams in the shotgun. We'll see how aggressive they get with 7 ticks left. Williams spins left. Throws it away. 3 seconds. It's Madden. Can he throw it 70 yards into the end zone? We'll see what they do here. We'll see what they do here. Last chance for Coop and I to take shots. Need someone to send in $28 if someone's interested in that. Williams. He is going to launch, it looks like. Steps up. Just dumps it away. Well, that was not a good half, fellas. That was not a good half at all. We do have Caleb and Rome jerseys available. Chatsports.com/Caleb. Go to chatsports.com/Caleb to get yourself a Caleb Williams jersey. You can get a Rome Odunze jersey at chatsports.com/Rome. So if you want to pick up one of those, you can do so. Link in the comments and description of this video. Chatsports.com/Caleb. Chatsports.com/Rome. All right. Second half adjustments needed. And real quick before the second half starts, are you enjoying these Madden Sims? Type Y for yes, type in for no. Are you enjoying these Madden Sims? Let me know in the comments. Y for yes, in for no. We're having fun with it. Slow part of the offseason, so would love to get feedback from you. Y for yes or in for no. All right, Bears will receive the second half kickoff. I would say this is a must score coming out of the locker room. We'll see if Flus and the boys had any adjustments at halftime. See if Bayless Jones could do something. Kickoff. Bayless 3 yards deep. He'll bring it out. Crosses the 20. Oh, he got past the 25. Okay, Bayless. Good return to the 28. 29. Omar says, I feel like since I've joined this game, hasn't gone well for Chicago. Apologies, Harrison. Excited to get the jersey tonight. We'll see, Omar. We'll see, Omar. Appreciate the 5. I appreciate the 5. Here we go. Bears down a couple of touchdowns. Need to get something going here. Caleb under center, DeAndre Swift behind him. They'll try to get Swift going. He finds a crease. Picks up about 12, 13. Good drive starter there.
8 yards a carry for Swift so far. Feed him the rock.
Yeah, he may have to get the ground game going. You can't complete a comeback in one play. It's Madden. Who knows? Caleb in the shotgun. Hands off. Swift. Gets about 3 that time. Bring up 2nd and 7. Omar, if you feel so inclined, we will not say no. We will not say no. That would be good vibes for tonight. Empty set for Williams. 2nd and 7 after a pair of DeAndre Swift carries. Caleb looks, throws, Komet underneath. Be about 3rd and 2 after a gain of 5.
You're 4 down territory here.
Absolutely. Will the Madden Sim agree? Who knows?
Let's see what Flus decides.
3rd and 2 here.
John Ordicelli says TD to DJ.
Type P for pass, R for run. What would you do on 3rd and 2?
QB draw.
Ooh, okay. Swift is going to get the carry. He'll get a first down. Type those ones. Here we go. Type those ones into Texans territory. Ooh. Little chippy Aziz Al-Shire swinging at Swift, who swings back. I didn't know Madden had it in him. What is this, NFL Blitz? Shotgun again for Williams. 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
Brett says he loves the Madden streams. It gets him away from his wife and grandson.
Okay, Brett. Caleb spins out and throws incomplete. Yep, 2nd and 10. Will Cole Kmet go over 1,000 yards this year? I would be very surprised. If anything, his numbers might go down a little just because of their wide receiver additions. But he'll still be a good player. 2nd and 10 here. Handoff, Swift. Gain of, we'll call it 4. It's going to be 3rd and 6. I still think you're in 4-down territory, Coop. 3rd and 6 at the Texans 43.
Halfway through the third quarter, you're down 14.
You're out of field goal range, but I think you gotta be thinking touchdown here. Williams in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking, throws, caught. First down, Rome Odunze.
He almost got Rome killed over the middle.
That was Keenan Allen.
That was Keenan.
That's 3rd down. Sometimes you gotta throw hospital balls in must-convert situations. Put on his front shoulder. Type those ones. Keenan Allen. A little drag route. Just outside the Fanatics red zone. Got Caleb under center. Swift behind him. Williams, 5-step drop. Spins left, under pressure. Incomplete. Hit as he threw. 2nd and 10. O-line's got to hold up. Final 3 minutes of the quarter. You need a score and a stop. Get it back and have a chance. Williams in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looking. Fires into the flat. Caught. It's going to be about 3rd and 2. DeAndre Swift out of the backfield picks up 8. Juggalotis still waiting on the Caleb Williams duck race. Well, it hasn't been a couple months. He got drafted a month ago. They're on pre-order, Juggalotis, so what that means is they're not going to ship right away, but you will get it. They've all been ordered. Promise you on that.
FGB.
Get the FGBs in the chat. Handoff, Swift. First down and more into the red zone. Type those ones. Appreciate the 20, Juggalotis. 1st and 10 at the 14. Williams under center, Swift behind him. Under 2 minutes to go in this quarter. These Madden streams go quick. Play action. Williams throws just shy of the end zone. Touchdown, DJ Moore. Makes it a one-score game. Moore's first catch of the game is a big one. Extra point away from cutting it to 7.
You go for 2.
No. I don't. That analytical bullshit, especially in the third quarter. It's not halftime.
It is not.
Extra point from Cairo Santos is good. 7-point game with about, what would it got? Minute 30-something left in the third quarter. Minute 39.
Minute 39.
Got to get a stop, Coop. Got to get a stop.
Little stop and score never hurt anybody.
Stop and score. I might consider going for 2 in that situation.
So you are an analytics guy.
Well, no, that's just if it was 2 minutes left, maybe you go for 2 there. But do you like that play?
I do.
You do?
Yeah, because you're down 8. If you don't get it, you can just go for 2 again.
I know, but I feel like it never works.
It does.
The analytics tell you that's what you do, but I feel like every team that goes for it never gets it. Kickoff is underway. Here come the Texans. Get it out.
I'll tell you.
At the 23.
What I think's dumb is when you're down 15 and then you score and you're down 9 and going for 2 to try to make it 7.
Yeah, because
I think that's stupid.
Cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
But if you're down,
I'll tell
14,
you, for a team it did work for was the Titans against the Dolphins on Monday Night Football last year. Did work for them.
Cold Red Stroud.
Coop says John says, Coop, how about a sack by Sweat on this drive? That would be huge.
That would be sick. I'd love that.
Stroud, 4-man rush. Oh, under pressure. Hit as he throws. Oh, almost intercepted. I'm telling you, it's going from single to double digits. Kevin Byard with the breakup. Something's glitching with the jerseys.
I don't think so.
Dude, I'm telling you.
There's Keenan.
Predict what's going to happen here. Savage says pick 6. 3 and out would be great.
I didn't run this sim, so I have no idea.
Toss play right side. Get Joe. They will. It's going to be 3rd and 8. Here we
Let's
go.
Baby.
Type those threes. This is your best chance to get off the field. 3rd and long. Type those threes. Type those threes. Let's just leave it here. Type those threes. Stroud in the shotgun. Takes the snap. O-line holds up. He's going to step up. He's going to scramble. No! He's still running. Picks up like 25.
Damn. Brutal.
Damn brutal.
That's just not what you want, man.
Oh, God. That just ain't it. Someone says Torrey Taylor's got to be bored. At least he's kicking off in this
We have him kicking off.
No punts yet, though, for either team. Because the Bears can't get a fucking stop. Stroud in the shotgun. Hands it off. Mixon. He gets 9.5. He's 2nd and 1. Final 20 seconds of the quarter. Felt like that was your chance. Felt like that was your chance. I hope I'm wrong, but it felt like that was your chance. Matt Nagy says typical Flus defense. Stroud in the shotgun. He doesn't have to snap it. We'll see if he will. He will not. Get your 4s up.
Type your 4s.
Get your 4s up. Got to get a stop. You know if this game is being simulated on All Madden. I believe they are.
It is on All Madden.
Yes. Get your 4s up. 2nd and 1 to start the 4th quarter. Stroud in the I formation. Brings a man in motion to the right. Mixon gets a carry. 1st down and more. Almost into field goal range. Might even be for Kymie Fairbairn. 3rd and 8 was the chance, man. He had the coverage, but Stroud took off and got 25.
I want to see Flus start yelling at somebody on the sideline.
Yeah, need some attitude, Flus. Stroud looking, throws, left side, caught, gain of 9. Now you're well within field goal range with 5.5 to go. 2nd and 1. Faj says, Harrison, say my name. I don't know how to pronounce it, but Fajir Allen? Let me know if I'm close.
Oh, Jack's coming in to watch.
2nd and 1 with 5:20 to go. Stroud, hands off, Mixon. Oh, he's trying to bounce it.
Did he get that?
That was a generous spot. I consider challenging. They're going to give him a 1st down. Clock ticking on the Chicago Bears here on Sunday Night Football in Week 2. Where's Flus's beard? Yeah, Madden got lazy with their updates. Stroud under center, 1st and 10 at the 26. He'll play action. CJ. What the heck?
Not batted down.
CJ forgot how to do footwork there.
Edwards.
CJ Edwards with the bat. 2nd and 10. That stops the clock, too. That's huge. We're losing because Flus doesn't have a beard. That's what Fosh says. Could be. Stroud. Takes the snap. 2nd and 10. Throws underneath. Good tackle. It's going to be 3rd and 6. Type stop. We're trying stop this time. Type
Let's
stop.
Go.
Get the stops in the
3
chat.
didn't work last time. Get the stops in the chat,
stops
baby.
in. You got to at least hold them to a field goal to have a chance here. If you get an incompletion, 40-yard field goal, I've seen shorter kicks missed. Stroud on 3rd and 6. Hands it off. Mixon. Make a tackle. They will.
If you're the Texans, do you try to end the game right here?
Well, you kick it to go up 2 scores. Right?
I'm a riverboat gambler. I'd go for it.
You kick it to go up 2 scores. I would expect Fairbairn to check in here.
Looks like Flus is sending the kicking team on.
Fairbairn from 36 to go up 10 with 3:45 to go. Kick is up. It's good. 20-10 Texans. Here we go. Need a quick score, and then, depending on time, potentially an onside kick. Omar says we're losing because Kyrie didn't have a good first half. That's good stuff.
Could be.
Omar. That's good stuff.
Could be.
Here we go. Bayless, if you're ever going to bust a kickoff return, this is it.
Bust, Bayless.
Bayless, you've been a bust, but this is time to bust one. Jones, going to take a knee like a coward.
Look, that's better than he had in all of his other kick returns.
Except for one, yeah, that's true. Here comes Caleb Williams in the offense. 3:42 to go. You got the 2-minute warning and all 3 timeouts.
You're no huddle here.
Oh, absolutely. But it's Madden, so who knows?
They huddle up, and then it'll say no huddle.
Yeah. Here we go.
Caleb barking out instructions.
Down 10, 3:42 to go. Caleb Williams in the shotgun, takes the snap.
Oh, no.
Launches downfield! Incomplete. Bit of a YOLO ball there. It's going to be second and 10. Got to be second and 10.
Are you nervous?
Not nervous. Just disappointed. Second and 10 here. Still got time. And not a must-win. 1-0. Williams looking, throws over the middle. Caught! Gain of 15. DJ Moore. He broke the game open last week with the 75-yard touchdown. Can he do it again?
Why is Jeff Okudah talking shit?
Yeah, Jeff Okudah. You're on your third team in 3 years, buddy. No huddle after huddling for Madden. First and 10. Williams takes the snap. Looking, throws, left side, caught, gain of 9, and out of bounds. Gerald Everett. Gerald Everett gets involved.
Gerald Everett says chat.
He does.
John Orticelli says, where are the bubble screens?
In Vegas with Luke Getsy.
And Aiden.
How many sims did that take? Second and inches. Caleb throws left side, caught. First down, get out of bounds, Keenan.
He's all right. Just speed it up.
Stop stat boosting, Keenan. You're in year 12. Or whatever. Type those ones. First down. You're at the Texans 44. 2:44 to go. Williams takes the snap. 4-man rush. All day to throw. Caleb, end zone. Caught! DJ Moore does it again. Type those TDs. Type those TDs. Let's go, baby.
You're back in the ball game.
DJ flexing on him. A big touchdown for the second week in a row. Cairo Santos on for the extra point to cut it to 3, a critical extra point. He knocks it through, 20-17. 20-17. Hit that like button if you want the Bears to win. 2:35 to go. Barn burner last week. We got another one this week. Here we go. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel either. We continue to bring you the latest Bears news, rumors. We're doing these Madden simulations as well. Sub for Bears dubs. Torrey Taylor boots it deep. They're going to bring it out. Caught at the 2-yard line. Tackled at the 27. All right. Got to get a stop, but you got
Defense. 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 Defense.
Defense. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Here we go. You got the 2-minute warning. Still got all 3 timeouts. Well-executed drive to cut it to 3. Now the defense needs to do its job. C.J. Stroud under center. Joe Mixon behind him. Stroud, hands off. Mixon finds a crease. Gets 8. You would have been better off him just getting the first down.
No timeout there?
I assume this will run down to the 2-minute warning. You should have let him get the first down. Once they get like 7 or 8, you're better off giving them the first down. 2-minute warning. You can maybe give up one more, or you can give up 1 first down here, but that's it. 2 first downs in this game is curtains. Second and 2. Stroud hands it off. Mixon. First down.
You let it run here,
Bears.
right? No, I guess not.
Well, if you get to 3rd and long, maybe they consider throwing. Getting chippy, man. I'll tell you what. These teams are not liking each other.
No love lost.
Under the bright lights at NRG. Or is it Reliant? I think it's NRG now.
It's NRG. It used to be Reliant.
Pistol formation for the Texans. Sell out on the run, Flus. Mixon. God, gets 5 more. Timeout Bears. 1 more first down, and this is done. Type stop in the chat. Type stop in the chat. Got to get 1 more opportunity for Caleb Williams and the Bears offense. Texans under center here. I would assume another Joe Mixon carry. Mixon will get it. He gets stuffed. Loss of a yard. Type those stops. Type those stops. It's 3rd and 6. Here we go. You get a stop here. We'll see. Do they throw or run, Coop? If they run it, it's a guaranteed 40 seconds off. If they throw it, it's the risk of an incompletion.
Eye test tells me they're gonna throw this football.
Okay. C.J. Stroud in the shotgun. 3rd and 6.
Not a running formation.
He is going to throw. Stroud throws left side. Incomplete. Stops the clock. The Bears are going to get a chance. Here we go. Here we go. Houston will have to punt the ball away. There's an energetic Flus. Give that man the scruff and we'll win this game. Texans punt from midfield here. I think Tyler Scott. Was that a shank?
Isn't it Morstead?
Oh, my God. That was an absolute shank, Coop. Texans, or Bears get the ball to 24.
Oh, my God. That was a terrible punt.
Terrible punt. It was like a 27-yard punt. Bears go win this game. Type
W in the chat.
Type dub in the chat if you think they could pull this off. Type dub in the chat if you think they could pull this off. No timeouts, but 1:41, 76 yards away from pay dirt. About 35 yards away from field goal range. Williams throws left side, caught.
Get out!
Get out, Keenan.
What are you doing,
Almighty.
Keenan?
You would think you're the rookie, not
and now he's celebrating.
Now he's dancing.
Keenan, the clock's running.
Get the ball to the official. Oh, Jeff Okudah, that should be defensive
delay of game.
Delay of game. Clock is just ticking here. 1:20. Williams in the shotgun on 1st and 10 at his own 40. Takes the snap. They bring a blitz. Picked up. Caught. Cole Kmet into field goal range.
You gotta go.
Here we go. Here we go. Can they steal victory from the jaws of defeat? We got a minute to go. Get to the line, fellas. Some urgency, please. 2-back formation. Williams with 50 seconds left. Takes the snap. Rolling to his left, launches, dropped. Oh, no, it was caught. I think he bobbled and caught that.
Catch.
Cole Kmet, do you clock it here?
No,
37, 36, 35, 34. Bears in the Fanatics red zone. 30,
what are they doing?
29, 28, 27. Snap at 24. Williams looking, throws, caught.
Oh, no.
Tackle, you got to clock it. 19. 18,
oh,
17,
no.
16, 15, 14, 13, 12. What on earth are they doing? They're huddling. 8, 7, 6. This is the last play of the game. 3, 2, snap. They didn't even get it off.
Oh, my God.
Fire Matt Eberflus. Fire Matt Eberflus. Send him to the sun. Are you shitting me right now?
What are they doing?
That is unbelievable.
record, I watched the end of this as we were running it. I could not believe that happened.
Get the F Maddens in the chat, by the way. What a joke that was. That is peak Madden. Jesse, this is why I don't like it. Yeah, because you can't get a snap off with 21 seconds left. Brutal.
They're 1-1, man. They're 1-1. It's all right.
Well, Bears fall to 1-1. Big game against the Colts next week. Man, oh man. Brutal. Hit that sub button. We'll have more coverage on the channel. Kind of a brutal time to ask this, but are you enjoying the Madden Sims?
Wait, are you enjoying the concept of Madden Sims?
How about the concept of them, not the BS ending that we just saw?
That was brutal.
Not anymore from NFL Productions. Painful, but yes, from Snow. Marcus says Madden's so fake. Yeah, that was trash. There's no situation where you wouldn't be able to get a snap off there.
Correct.
Losing to Houston is definitely potentially realistic, but that ending was ridiculous. The sim is the sim, man.
The sim is the sim.
The sim
The standard is
the
the
sim.
standard.
Unbelievable. Well, got to get back to the practice facility, regroup.
Yep.
Got week 3 next week. Thank you guys for tuning in live. This was fun. What a shocking ending that was. We will see you guys. We'll have videos throughout the weekend. Next Madden stream on Monday's live show. Hope you tune in then. Hopefully the Bears don't get screwed by the simulation. Shout out to Coop for producing today.
Appreciate
you. If you want to watch Mavs-Wolves Game 5 with us, Dallas Mavericks Today by Chat Sports. If you search Mavericks Today by Chat Sports, will pop up. Game 5 stream, watch party over there. So see you over there. If not, we'll see you with more videos here on Chicago.